Welcome to Masked Matches of May. If you are unaware, this is a thing I have done for the last 2 years. In 2017, I did highlights of various masked careers in Lucha and abroad. Then in 2018, I did a match recommendation / review a day. Both 2017 and 2018 were just written, and I'll link to them in the description for this video. In 2019, I'll be doing a daily match recommendation review on video, or audio, but I will be uploading all these to YouTube. You can participate by commentating on this video and anywhere it's posted. I'd love to hear what others have to say about all of these matches. If you join my Patreon at the $10 level, I'll even let you suggest a match as long as it's easy to watch online, free, and of course includes a masked talent, because it is Masked Matches of May. If you pay $5 on my Patreon, you'll get access to match commentaries, of which there will be one for every match I do this month. These are commentary tracks that you can listen to with the match, hear my thoughts on it, watch along live with me basically. This may be added to the start of all videos, so I'll give a timestamp so that you can skip over this patch talking about the Patreon. This is May 5th, 2019, Cinco de Mayo edition of Masked Matches of May, and our match of the day is another classic AAA match, 1995's champions, father and son team of Fuerza, Guerrera, and Juvetud Guerrera, or Los Guerreras, versus Latin Lover and Panterita del Ring for the Mexican National Tag Team Championships. This was taped on June 1st, 1995 and aired on June 17th, 1995. Los Guerreros was a father and son team of Fuerza Guerrera and his son Juvetud Guerrera. The two were a duo in much the same vein as Rey Mysterio and his nephew Rey Mysterio Jr., who would often feud with Los Guerreras, family and dynasty teams being fairly common occurrence in Lucha Libre, most often being brother teams like Los Villanos, Hermanos Dinamites, and Los Brazos. In the mid-1990s, Los Guerreros held tag gold together. Sadly, this accomplishment is soured in hindsight, as in 1996, Juvetud Guerrero would leave AAA to focus more on WCW, where he would challenge 5 times for the WCW Cruiserweight title in 1996 alone. In leaving AAA, he left his father and tag team aspirations behind, a decision Fuerza Guerrera still holds against his son to this day. Latin Lover, mentioned yesterday, was a big technical face for AAA in the 90s and 2000s, until mostly stepping away from wrestling in 2010 to focus on being an actor, being in the Oscar-winning film Roma just last year. Pantera, or Panterita del Ring, started in the early 80s and trained with the same man that trained his idol Blue Panther, Halcon Siriano. As tribute to his hero and idol Blue Panther, Panterita took up the name Panterita del Ring until 1997 when he started working for Conan's short-lived Promo Azteca promotion, which booked him as a Rudo and dropped the Ida off his name, instead going by Pantera del Ring. In 2000, he made his way back to Mexico City and CMLL, changing his gimmick to Safari, a mid-card Technico, his most recent and current gimmick being a Fisto, starting in 2006, the second-hand man for Hios del Inferno, the demon stable of CMLL. The Mexican National Tag Belts were, to my knowledge, the first tag belts in Mexico, introduced in 1957 and held by the original Blue Demon and his partner Black Shadow. A proud belt that traded hands down the years, though basically it was a prop belt for all of the 1970s, held dominantly by Rayo de Jalisco and El Santo from 1964 to 1982. This belt was last won by La Parca and Octagon in 2003 and was last defended in 2011. Their reign hit a dead end in 2009 when AAA, to further distinguish themselves from CMLL, stopped supporting and booking the Mexican National Championships they had been promoting for years prior. With those titles being controlled by the Mexican Boxing and Lucha Commission, the sort of pretend enforcers of lucha law, like making sure people do things correctly and continue to stay unmasked when unmasked. CML to this day still use Mexican National branded titles, so they may resurrect this one, but it's been dead since 2011 and officially been dead since 2014. It's sad to see such an old belt just disappear, but it had already had some rough patches in its history. This tag title match is very exciting from the word go. Latin Lover was a powerhouse, and Los Guerreras do a good job of rudoing it up, even if their long delay in the start of the second round was more annoying than entertaining. I think Los Guerreras made a great team, so it's a shame to think that they may have talked very little in the 20-ish or so years since Juvi left AAA for WCW. Fuerza Guerrera is one of the last talents from his era still wrestling, and has introduced his other kids as wrestlers as late as last year. Juvi had pointed out that these are legitimately his brother and sister, and that they were around the same age, so they may not have much of a future being in their late 30s and early 40s, like Juvi and just starting. Love seeing Panterita del Ring here. He recently worked under this outfit and gimmick again late in 2018 at Blue Panther's 40th anniversary show, living out a dream of his by teaming with the man who inspired him to get into the business. I love seeing and appreciating the former gimmick of guys that I like. It's like watching Stunning Steve Austin or Big Red, something very endearing about seeing the prototype of talents that we would know to love. I think anyone who watches this would garner more respect for all four of these guys. This may be my favorite match of the month yet. Great tag action that moves at a very quick pace. It felt like something was always happening. Highly recommend checking out this classic tag title match that was aired on AAA television in 1995. That's all for today's match review. This is Lost in Lucha signing out.